Alright, just playing around. This is the PID from Pasteur. Works pretty good. As usual, I got 50 things going on my little 30-inch workspace. Kinda sucks. Anyhow, between playing with this, doing some plumbing, sorting some casted bullets, and playing around with some scope rings, my little workspace has become quite the mess. So far, this thing has been working really good. Playing around with it, and I have it set at 350. I put it on the auto tune, walked away from it because little discrepancy in the temperatures. I'm not too concerned with the amount of discrepancies because I'll just figure it out and run with it. But what I wanted to do today was outside, and it's rainy and it's lousy out, and I'm pretty lazy about doing other things that aren't hobby related. So I decided to just play with this. So right now, with the stainless probe, it's holding at 350. Every once in a great while, it'll hit 351, do its thing, or it's been holding solid at 350 at least 15 minutes now since the last time it switched. So it holds it well as far as what it inputs and outputs in the unit. I didn't bring home my meter that has a temp probe on it, but I don't think it goes up a high enough temp. So what I did is I heated my pot up until it was molten, and then I stuck the probes in there along with my thermometer. I tested my thermometer in my oven, and it was pretty spot on. Right now it's right around 375. The white probe goes to an old like meat thermometer type, which unplug it. I just unplugged it, so it's got to settle again. Anyway, it's pretty much settled at about 372. So between this one and this one, 375-ish isn't too bad. And I used my little infrared thermometer here, which put me at, let me just take a quick zap of it. Which puts me at 369. So it's pretty close. It's within 20 degrees. But you can set this to correct all that. And that's what I'm going to try next. I'm just going to go through it. I'm not even going to try to explain how to set it. Took me a little while. I found instructions online, but you got to scroll through your settings till you get to this SC, and I'm going to try bringing it up 25 degrees and see what happens. Right now it says it's 374, and it's going to want to try to cool down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump it to 400. 0. Next one over. Once I get done with the plumbing and sorting my bullets, I'll rearrange this so it fits on my little shelf over here. I'll probably mount it on a shelf with the pegboard shelves. Alright, there we go. Set at 400. Now, I could probably set it to auto tune, but I just want to see how well this matches my other gauges. My other temp gauges are all close enough that I'm using those to dial in this. All I know, this could be right. And these are 25 degrees too hot, reading 25 degrees too hot. When I first played with the PID, my pot was at 750 and this was reading like 695, 700 degrees. Now since I've gone through the auto tune, it seemed to have leveled out a lot better. But we'll bring it up to 400 degrees and see what happens. Like I said, this thermometer and this thermometer matched my oven. I tossed them in there. I set the oven at 350. Once the oven stabilized for a little bit, they were both right on 350. And then I put it up to 450 because that's as high as this thermometer goes. And they were damn close, within 3 degrees, which is more than enough accurate. So I know these meters at least match the oven. So I gotta go with the 3 most averaged devices. So we'll see what happens. We're at 375 now. We'll come back in about 20 minutes. I probably won't make a video, I'll just post about it. But that's just that. I just googled directions for this Rex C100. It goes by several names. Goodwye is one of them. You come across a few different directions and just some of them are right, some of them don't make sense. But the one I found was the simple version. It didn't get into actually going in and reprogramming the unit itself. Which is way beyond what I need to do. Like I said, this thing has been holding temp pretty good once you do the auto tune. So whatever the auto tune settings are factory preset, work pretty good with this pot. I was watching a lot of beer brewers that use these PIDs, and they mess around with the other 4 settings that you can get into to keep it on longer or off longer, how many times it pulses. Like right now you see it's pulsing probably about every second. Now I don't know if that's because of the auto tune, because I could have swore it stayed on longer without the auto tune, if that makes sense. Well, that's about it. Just playing around. So far it works great. Pretty good unit. Pastera did a good job. I definitely would have not done this well of a job. I would have just hacked some holes into an old PC tower and been done with it. So far so good.